Hi guys, I'm Marco Alvarez at Dio Marco on Twitter. In this video, we study the play of one of the NFL biggest stars, Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown. Nobody in NFL history has had as many catches, 481, as Brown in a span of 4 years. This is going to be our first profile video as we try to analyze the play of the NFL greatest players. Antonio Brown will be the first one. Before we watch the tape, let's take a look at Antonio Brown's pros. He's got quick feet to beat defensive backs on the release, great acceleration on his routes, agility to stop on the top of the routes, doesn't lose speed when he executes the cuts, and he's got very good hands to attack the football. Let's start with Pittsburgh Steelers' first game from last year at Washington, Monday Night Football. First play is a 4th and 1 play. Antonio Brown is on the bottom of the screen. He's one-on-one against Rashad Breeland. He's gonna go on a fly route and he's gonna beat his man on the release with his quick feet. The Steelers are going to execute a play-action play, and Roethlisberger is going to freeze this safety so he doesn't help the cornerback on Antonio Brown. As we see here, defense reads run, Roethlisberger throws to Brown, Brown beats his man on the release, acceleration, and finally strong hands to get to the football. Later in the same game, a 3rd and 3 situation, and again Antonio Brown is one-on-one. He's got Rashad Breeland. This man is on man-to-man Josh Norman at the bottom of the screen, and again single high safety. This is the Angelo Hall. He's gonna have the deep middle of the field. And Roethlisberger again reads the defense, and he's gonna trust Antonio Brown to beat his man one-on-one. Quick feed, beats the man on the release, acceleration, and again that's exactly the same play as before. Antonio Brown gets an easy touchdown for the Steelers. Let's take a look at Roethlisberger. Doesn't even bother to give a false key to the defense. He's gonna read all the way to the left to Antonio Brown and throw there. The safety has no time to get over there to help his cornerback. Now we go to the Kansas City Chiefs game later in the season. We have Antonio Brown at the bottom of the screen. Again, he's one-on-one on the corner. He's gonna go a little out and then execute a post route. The Chiefs have a single high defense, again, single high safety. And the Steelers are going to try to occupy this safety. They take a man on motion, and this is a thing the Steelers do a lot of times. They're gonna send a man ahead of Brown to occupy a single high safety, and then Brown is gonna be all alone one-on-one. Look, 2 men on the routes for the Steelers versus 5 defensive backs for the Chiefs, and still the Steelers got a one-on-one situation with Brown. Brown beat his man on the release, acceleration, and finally let's take a look from the deep end zone camera how he attacks the football. He's not a big receiver, but he has the ability to win on contested situations. Now we go to a game later in the season at Baltimore. This is a 4th quarter play, and now the Ravens, they're gonna get, they have a special attention on Brown. They have 2 men on him. They're gonna bracket him with a corner and with a safety. This is a 2 safety look, but the chemistry, the trust between Roethlisberger and Brown is gonna make this touchdown. At the start of the play, Brown has no chance whatsoever. He's bracketed by the 2 people, by the safety and the corner, but then his fantastic start and stop and his chemistry, he knows Roethlisberger is scrambling, and they get an easy touchdown. Now we go to the probably biggest game from Antonio Brown from 2016. That's again against Baltimore. That was versus Indianapolis. That was a Thanksgiving game. And here again, as we watched before against Washington, we see Antonio Brown one-on-one. Vontae Davis is his man, a good corner, but not on the level of Antonio Brown. And before we take a look at the play, let's see defense, press snap. We have got man-to-man, man-to-man. This man has the running back, and this safety, he's on the far hash mark. He has no chance to get over the top to help his man. Roethlisberger risks the defense. Brown knows the ball is going to him, and on a back shoulder play, the Steelers get an easy touchdown. That's a fantastic play between Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown. At this point, Roethlisberger knows where to go with the football. Later in the game, we're gonna watch probably Antonio Brown's biggest touchdowns from last year. Here, it's gonna be highlighted his tremendous ability to run routes with speed and the ability to cut at full speed, doesn't lose any velocity, and he's gonna destroy his man here against Vontae Davis, his off man, 7 to 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. Antonio Brown attacks him, he goes right at him, fakes an out route to come back to the post, and Roethlisberger gets a good football to Antonio Brown for a spectacular touchdown. Let's take a look on the zoom play. Fantastic moves by Antonio Brown. This is Antonio Brown en estado puro. Same game, fourth quarter. Now we have a different defense. They have two deep safeties. You're gonna play cover 2. And Brown and Roethlisberger are going to get a touchdown by throwing in between those two defenders, between the corner, who's gonna drop backs and then sink, and the safety who has that middle. The other safety has the other middle. The linebacker will drop to the center of the defense. They're going to read the defense this time on the fly. This is not a pre-snap read. Now Roethlisberger reads cover 2 and throws right between the corner and the safety. The safety is a little late over the top, Mike Adams. He's going to be a little occupied by number 17 on this play, Eli Rogers, and by the time he reads Roethlisberger's intentions, he's too late to get to the football. A great play by the quarterback and the wide receiver. Versus the New York Giants, it's a tremendous play by Antonio Brown. Here he's on a reduced plate, he's closer to the offensive line on the hash marks. That's a key, a pre-snap key of an out route. He's gonna try to get the play on the outside of the defense, but Janoris Jenkins, the defensive back, owning on this play. The Giants are on a cover 3. At this point, Jenkins has Brown one-on-one. He stays on it. That's a good defense, but Antonio Brown continues to work on his route, doesn't give up, trusts his quarterback to get out of the pocket and put the football right around him. Antonio Brown does the rest to get to the football. He's not the biggest guy, again, he's not a Des Bryant, he's not a Calvin Johnson, but he can get up, and with his strong hands, he has the ability to gain contested catches. Not many tandems are able to make this play in the NFL right now. Finally, we go to Steelers' first playoff game. That's against Miami. Wildcard game. That's a 1st and 10 play. That's a simple play, a wide receiver screen. The Steelers are trying to gain here 4 or 5 yards, nothing more, just like a running play. But Antonio Brown's abilities as return man and a little bit of mistakes from the defense are going to make the rest. This man is going to be blocked by the wide out. This man is going to be blocked by the tight end. Brown is going to be patient to let that block develop. This safety is too far away from the play to get to the football. And this linebacker, Janoris Jenkins, is going to miss the tackle. So all of that combined with Antonio Brown's abilities as a return man and his good running are going to make the rest to transform this 4 to 5 yard play into a 50-yard touchdown. We see Kiko Alonso tries to adjust his partners, but they're not ready, and Antonio Brown's greatness make the rest. We've got one more touchdown to show for you, and this is a play we have watched in this video a couple of times. We have Antonio Brown at the bottom of the screen. He's one-on-one again here, single high safety, and Roethlisberger, before he snaps the football, for the Steelers snap the football, he knows where to go with the football. Brown is going to run a slant route, he beats his man quickly, and then his fantastic acceleration and agility are going to make the safety miss and convert this play into a 60-plus yard touchdown. That's Antonio Brown's play. He's a great runner. He's got quick feet to beat the defensive backs on the release. He's got a tremendous acceleration, can cut without losing any speed, and has fantastic speed. Couple that with his stamina and with his work ethic, and you've got one of the NFL's greatest wide receivers. And that's a wrap for our first profile video of the NFL biggest stars. You can tell us your favorite player to appear here using our Twitter account at NFL Estado Puro. Thanks for your attention, I hope you enjoy it, and so long everybody!